I know it probably comes no surprise to you that the young kids today are not only the victims of bad parenting, of the bad schools, the school systems that are out there, and the way that kids are raised by not only this new age of parenting or the lack of it, and also feminism comes into a lot of the roles. And you know that feminism is something I've gone into a lot, and if you've watched a lot of my material, you'll know where I stand on that. And also, this goes into, once again, the school systems, how they're not doing anything about bullying inside their halls. They're not doing anything about the sexualization of young women, especially over young men. And the young men are allowed to bring these iPhones and all this other techie shit into school where it doesn't belong. You know, what belongs in school is learning. Learning not only the academical stuff, but also learning social skills. Also learning how to treat others. And that means the teachers actually stepping up and do something. The faculty actually giving a shit. And Obama actually putting the money back into our systems, such as the police systems and the fire department. And also, which is the most important, the school systems. Because this is producing the future of America, people. This is what we are looking forward to. And I know porn is a big thing. I know it's, you know, it's all up to the adult that's over 18 to look at it or not. But when young women at the age 6 to 12 or 13 are being sexualized, there's a site called Sexy Baby that's very popular apparently right now that I was not aware of until now because, you know, well, I'm not a pedophile, so I'm not going to really look into that kind of stuff. I'm not going to look for that kind of stuff. But we all know that Facebook is one of the main traffickers of this whole phenomena, of this whole, you know, peer pressure thing. It's pretty much like high school online, pretty much is what it is. It's for people who want attention. It's for the attention seekers. And this is just a international highway for not only bullying, but also for peer pressure and manipulation, all the things that go on when the parents aren't paying a bit of attention. See, that is the problem, America. Parents aren't paying attention and monitoring their kids like they used to. Now, I don't know what made me sicker in this video is the fact that watching this young girl and watching these pathetic excuses for parents, or the fact that all this is going on. I don't know what made me sicker. I mean, yes, a young male especially, you want to look at women naked, you want to explore all that area and everything, and that's all fine and dandy, that's natural, but there's an age limit there. There's a proper age of when you should, and a lot of people may say, well, it's different for every individual, but you also got to look at it from the law side. You got to be 18 to view this stuff. And how are they viewing this on their phone at school, you know, without any proper ID or anything? And why aren't the teachers taking these phones away from these children and then giving them back to their parents through the mail with the evidence on there? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they going to the police? Why aren't they shutting down these sites such as Sexy Baby? This is just the sexualization of women, and as in this video, a feminist mother would be outraged. But yet she's supporting it. I don't understand, once again, I do not understand the thinking that is going on with the feminist mind. I don't understand the feminazis here. I guess they finally discovered that they hit a brick wall, that women are no longer getting softer sentences for equal crimes. They're no longer, you know, having to hold up their end of the bargain as a lesser deal than they, you know, would have 10 years ago with this whole feminism movement. So now they're discovering that their feminism has hit a brick wall. What they're having to do now is they're supporting sites like Sexy Baby and saying that it's sexual education, when all you're doing is sexualizing your fucking daughter. And look at this man in this video. Look at this sorry excuse for a sperm donor. He's clearly pussy whipped by his feminist wife. He has no backbone whatsoever. He uses that term, independent thinker, which is a popular term among liberals. And if you look at it, in today's society, everybody's influenced by everything. There are no independent thinkers, you moron! There is no self-made men. Nobody makes themselves anymore. Everything is influenced by the environment, by your surroundings, by society, by everything. And the statistics have proven that over the years, that people are now more influenced by the media. They're brainwashed by what all this Obamaism has brought us. And that all this shit is okay. When 10 years ago you would never see a website like Sexy Baby, which sexualizes women. You know, sites like Facebook, social networks would never allow photos like that to be put up of young girls depicting themselves in sexualizing ways. They wouldn't support that. These young girls need to understand that life is about what you make it, and that it's more than how good you look. Okay, that's not the important thing. That's not going to get you a good career. Okay, what that's going to get you is a pole dancer job. Okay, we need less of those. We need more people who are going to contribute to society, more women who are going to think positive of themselves, who are going to have self-respect, and other people who are going to follow that and have respect for them. And not look at them as a sexual piece of meat. That's the problem here. We got all these liberal fucking, idiots supporting these companies such as this Sexy Baby that is depicting your child as a future porn star. What do you think about that? What do you have to say about that? Independent thinker. Give me a fucking break. If you want an independent thinker, the only one you're going to find is somebody who was born and raised in a fucking cave up in the Ozarks where his best friend is a rock named Ed. That's the only independent thinker you're going to have. You're going to go in the woods one day and you're going to find this guy and he's going to be wearing a deer loincloth and he's going to look like something out of a fucking Conan movie. That's the only independent thinker you're going to fucking have. And what are you going to do then? You're going to think of him as crazy. You're going to capture him and you're going to put him in a fucking mental asylum. So you use that term independent thinker, but at the same time, if you actually found a true independent thinker, he had to be detached from society. Think about what you're fucking saying. This today's society, America, is making me sicker and sicker every day. Every day brings a little bit of nausea to me. It's just sickening to see the way parents are raising their children, the way society is affecting these kids, and the way they don't have any support. They don't have anybody to teach them any ethics or morals. Because the parents don't have any ethics or morals, and neither does the school system, and neither does the system or society, or the way that the funding is gone by this whole Obama administration. Because he's taking that away. He's taking away that initiative for teachers to be teachers, principals to be principals. You know, back when I was in high school, if you even had a Walkman, it would be taken away from you. But no, today's kids are allowed to bring these iPhones and all these gadgets into school, looking at porn when they should be paying attention to what the fuck they're trying to learn so they can become contributing factors in American society. And you wonder why these companies are moving overseas. This is because these people actually paid attention to school. This shit isn't allowed. But America, we're allowing it. We're allowing our children to be sexualized. We're allowing our children to be desensitized to what real ethics and morals are. And you can thank the whole liberal movement for that. Well, that's all I have for now. Here's the video that I viewed, and I'm going to put the link down below. So, keep a level head, and keep your kids in line, America.
Listen to Winifred, who's 12 years old.
Baby, my room is the G-spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock.
I'm thinking, does Winifred understand what she's singing?
Yeah, we did realize how obscene it was, but we got it. We knew what we were saying. When I can reach into my back pocket and basically pull out some porn, it's so easy, and you can't really blame a bunch of children for not understanding how to deal with that.
She told us lewd lyrics are the least of it. When kids her age are downloading pornography on their smartphones, it's porn before puberty.
When I was in 8th grade, boys mostly. Boys were watching porn on their phone during school, so yes, during independent reading, they would do that.
Oh my God, I have a migraine now.
We met Winifred through a documentary called Sexy Baby, which explores a jaw-dropping statistic. 9 out of 10 children between the ages of 8 and 16 have viewed pornography on the internet. And a lot of them say it's how they're learning about sex. Winifred's friend Danielle was 11 the first time she stumbled on it.
It was this one black guy, one Hispanic guy, and this one very blonde woman. And they were just like ferociously banging each other. It was very, I mean, I came home, I was bawling my eyes out. I'll never forget it.
It sort of came at her before she was ready, and in a very graphic way. And luckily, she has a really good relationship with her mother, who was able to say to her, "Let me explain what that was."
According to Playboy, porn is easier to access than ever. 30 years ago, 40% of adults say they watched porn. Now, it's reached 80% saturation. It's moved from the dark periphery to front and center.
That's what porn sex is. It's sport.
The documentary also follows Nicole, a former porn star, who provides an unlikely voice of reason, pointing out that porn doesn't involve true intimacy.
It's definitely not making love. There's a huge difference. Making love is the kind of sex that you want to cry afterwards, just because it is so beautiful.
If parents are able to talk to their children about what real love and real sex later on is, most of the kids I know would trust our parents over to porn stars that we've never met.
But the sheer volume of erotica coming at these kids has blurred the battle lines between mothers and daughters.
Because you said that you didn't want to see any slutty photos, like...
Winifred's mom, Jenny, says she's a feminist, trying to raise an uninhibited, empowered girl.
We all know those women that went to college that had really, really strict parents who didn't let them experiment with anything, and they went wild in college. Girls gone wild, you know, is a phenomenon. And so many of those girls come from households, in my opinion, where they were tamped down on.
We're like the first generation to have what we have. So there's no one before us that can kind of guide us. I mean, we are the pioneers.
I'm already bordering on inappropriate.
It's clear the girls are pushing the sexual boundaries. Winifred and her friend Danielle are getting ready for a Lady Gaga concert.
Slutty? That's good. That's a good thing.
And Winifred carefully curates her online profile, pushing her budding sexuality on Facebook to tally up the number of likes.
We make ourselves seem like down.
You posted a picture of yourself with your bra showing, very revealing, at the age of whatever it was, 12,
Right.
13.
We're getting messages from everywhere that are saying if you dress this way, you are going to be either treated well or you're going to feel powerful. Sex is power.
So my message to my daughter is sexuality is a wonderful, beautiful thing. You should embrace it. But it's yours. You don't want to abuse it. Don't take it for granted. You need to find a balance.
When I saw some of the outfits that Winifred was wearing, I thought, I would never let my daughter walk out of the house wearing that.
We don't necessarily want her to dress certain ways, but we also at the same time are raising our child to be an independent thinker.
But how much is too much independence when every click is a judgment call with potentially permanent repercussions?